Wow, fuck! Oh shit!
Smoke weed every day.
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I like Red Dead Redemption. Hey, look at me, I'm a cowboy. Pew pew pew. I'm not drunk, I don't know what you're talking about. One of the things I like most about the game is the music. It does a really good job of capturing the time period it wants to. One of the best examples of this is right when you make it to Mexico.
Step in front of a runaway train, just to feel alive again. Pushing forward through the night, aching just to blur aside. It's so far away. It's so far away. Cold wind blows into the skin.
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Demo has to be one of my favorite mobile games. It's incredibly well made and manages to have a coherent story and characters. Without getting too in-depth, here is the story. This odd Slender Man guy wants to play the piano, and this lammy girl falls through the window that's in the ceiling for some reason. So, Demo continues to play the piano. That's it, that's the story. It's a good one. But this isn't a list about storylines, it's about music. And I have to say, one of my favorite tracks in the game has to be Wings of the Piano early in the game. Just listen and you can probably figure out why.
that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
I'll admit, I was a little late on the Sims train. My first Sims game was actually The Sims 4, and despite everyone saying how awful it was, I actually really enjoyed it, even if I had to install Origin to play it. I think I must have spent the most time in the game creating my sim, and while I did it, I got to listen to this track. If I had to listen to something while spending hours creating an exact replica of myself, I'm glad it was this.
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Whoa, Battle Block, a game that I've actually played on this channel. Who'd have thought? And I'll say, when I picked this game up during the Steam Summer Sales for $3.74, I really wasn't expecting much. Something to keep me and Evan entertained for an hour or two. But it turned out to be one of my favorite multiplayer games. But anyway, back to the theme in question. It starts out kind of uptight and slow, like being at a snooty party. But as soon as the saxophone hits the scene, it's a completely different story. It becomes upbeat and totally matches the tone of the game.
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Thomas Was Alone. I've been waiting to talk about this game for a long time. It's a story-based indie puzzle game. You start out as Thomas, a curious rectangle who, get this, is alone. But you jump your way through the first couple of levels and you meet up with other shapely friends who help you complete increasingly difficult puzzles. The game does a really good job of making you feel for these characters, even if they are just rectangles.
Thomas was alone. Wow, a weird first thought to have. Thomas decided to start listing his observations for posterity. 1. The whole alone thing. 2. Portals. They led somewhere. He'd yet to work out where. 3. Falling. Thomas was absolutely fantastic at falling. He was almost as good at falling as he was at observing. Chris stared at Thomas with pure hatred. He seemed so very happy at their situation. Friends together, a brave fellowship of quadrilaterals on a quest for greatness. John inhaled the air of the open space, and it smelled of awesome.
But if there's something that I like even more than the story in this game, it's the soundtrack. It would be impossible to narrow down just one song, so fuck it. 14 goes to the whole soundtrack from Thomas Was Alone. Enjoy.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Number 13. I was going to put the main Pokemon theme on this list, but then I remembered something else. Something slower. Something darker. Most people would assume I'm talking about the Lavender Town theme, and I'll admit that song gave me nightmares as a kid. But the song I'm talking about is Drought from Pokemon Ruby. The tension rises the more you listen to it, and it doesn't even go anywhere, it just loops, becoming more and more fucked up the more you listen to it.
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Number 12 goes to Strike the Earth, because it's Strike the Earth.
No, that's outside.
Wow, fuck! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Katamari Damacy. I was too young to get this game when it came out on PS2, and I didn't really play it until it rolled around on the PlayStation Network years later. The story is that your father, the king of all cosmos, got totally wasted one night and destroyed all the stars in the sky. So you have to pick up everything and everyone to create new stars. And this is just the happiest, wackiest theme I've ever heard. Even the name of the song is offbeat. Katamari on the Rocks. I don't actually know what this guy is saying through most of the song, but I think this guy has a pretty good idea.
Do your best. Picnic 기분 feel so good. 素敵な afternoon.